Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And of course, today, the moment we have been waiting for over a year. The verdict has been read. Out of Channel 4 News, WCCO and CBS Minnesota, breaking Derek Chauvin guilty on all three counts in George Floyd's death. My response and or opinion to this is that anything and everything that could have gone wrong in this incident went wrong. It's tragic and it's sad to have seen that it happened. It's unfortunate that Mr. Floyd lost his life in a situation that could have probably have been approached a little differently. We can't unsee the video, and of course, I felt, in my opinion, the state didn't do a very good job. And the defense did the best that they could under the circumstances. And I just say that as someone who worked in law for many years and with the state. So I'm not going to go into all the minutia of the legal details. I would anticipate that probably there will be some appeals made. So bail was denied, so he will be rearrested, as it were. And as we look on to the subject matter here, so Minneapolis WCCO, following nearly a year of protest, introspection, and raw emotion, former Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin, who last May held a knee down on George Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes, has been found guilty on second-degree murder and 2 other charges in Floyd's death. Chauvin has been remanded to the custody of the Hennepin County. He was led out of the courtroom in handcuffs, as we saw earlier today. And from Aaron, Chauvin found guilty on all charges. We are just next door from the Floyd family and their attorney. We could hear screams of joy through the wall as the verdict was read. So my question to you guys down in the comments, do you think that this will appease the jury of public opinion? Now, we saw what the jury in the court decided, but will it be satisfactory for the jury of public opinion? Now, I have my own thoughts on that. I won't go into all those details. I'm a little under the weather today, guys, but I do want to break the story to you. According to a pool report, George Floyd's brother was praying in the courtroom before the verdict was read. And here we see from WCCO, CBS Minnesota, guilty on all charges. Watch as Judge Peter Cahill reads the verdict. And of course, you guys have probably already heard it. So it is just, the whole situation was just tragic and unfortunate that it ended this way. So we look down here. Chauvin was convicted of the following charges. Second-degree unintentional murder means causing death without intent by committing a felony. Second-degree manslaughter is causing death by unreasonable risk. Third-degree murder means causing death by an imminently dangerous act, showing a depraved mind. Now, sometimes those can be very difficult to prove, but in the atmosphere that we're in now, in the social, cultural environment that we're in right now, I'm curious as to how much this played on the jury, because they were never sequestered, meaning that they had to drive to and from the courthouse each day. One person, as I understand it, lived in the Brooklyn Center area. So if you've ever been on jury duty, and I know I've been on jury duty many times, even when I worked in law, you park at the courthouse, you get out of your vehicle, and you walk to the courthouse. And there's, it's a public space. So anybody that wants to hang out there, unless you're in the UK, where obviously we saw what happened with TR, you guys probably familiar with the stories that I've covered with him. Obviously he was... Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Suffice it to say, guys, I just want to bring this quick little story. I'm more interested to hear what you guys have to say, because, of course, I just think the whole thing is tragic. The whole situation was just sad to have seen it. Unfortunate that it happened. And maybe the people that were pleading with Chauvin just kind of made him go into his police mode, and he was not going to comply with the mob, with the jury of public opinion at that particular time. And it's hard to say what was going through the man's mind, but like I said, you can't unsee the video. I mean, we can all see what happened, and I think we would have chosen something differently if we had the opportunity, of course. And this situation just turned out in the worst kind of way. So, of course, to any and all families affected by this, I hope that they're getting whatever satisfaction or believe that the verdict was reached correctly. And we'll see how the jury of public opinion sides with this. We'll see how things happen. I just wanted to make a quick little comment here. Following the nearly year of protest, I think that's kind of a very generous explanation, as you saw in the previous video from yesterday, about all the activities that we went over. I showed you the chart and graphs of all the activity that was going on. I don't want to hamper that video with this one. I want to just kind of make this a very sober video, just to say that, you know, this is the verdict. The whole situation was unfortunate, and my thoughts are that I wish it had never gone down the way it went down. So if you guys haven't already, please avail yourself to the links below this video. Twitter is obviously going to be extremely volatile today, just so you know, because I've been on there several times. But if you are following me on Twitter, I want to thank you guys for giving me the follows there, as well as on alternative sites. All of you who are watching there, be sure to give me a follow. And, of course, here on YouTube, that would be the channel icon appearing right there on the screen to subscribe. And, guys, thank you so much for your support. I would encourage you to subscribe and follow me on those platforms, as your support is greatly appreciated.